This is your jam station, WNUT. We play the best music for you nuts around. What up, biatches? This is Brandon in the WNUT studios. Once again, we got Carl here.
Oh my fucking God.
How are you, baby?
You know, I'm doing pretty good. All things considered.
And what are all things?
I mean, we're fucking going. Hey, and you know what? This is 2 episodes in a row I have been here.
Yeah.
Is that a fucking record since the 90s?
It is, since we came back in 2022, you know, the faraway times known as 2022. Mm-hmm. In the 90s, it was me and Eric. Kirk was lucky to make 2 back-to-back, but he did from time to time. Since Miss Anthony brought us out of retirement and we found ourselves back on these premises again, it's kind of difficult, you know? Right. I wind up soloing shows. Sometimes Eric is able to drop by. Sometimes you're able to drop by. Holy shit, you've been here twice in a row. And not only that, this makes your 4th show since 94. You have surpassed Daniel Burkhalter, who did 3.
No way.
Me and Daniel launched this shit back in January 94. You have now done more shows than him.
Exceeding the OG.
Yeah, he was on episodes 1, 3, and 5. Then you came in for 6. Then Eric took it over. And if you want to surpass Eric...
All right, here's the challenge.
He's done 18 episodes.
18. So, yeah, I've got a little ways to go.
Yeah.
But you know what? I'm feeling strong. I think if I work at it, keep drinking hard, I'll be there, eventually.
So you might want to... we're going to have to talk contract. We're going to have to sign you to a long-term contract, make sure we lock you in, because you got some legwork to do, motherfucker.
Yeah.
While we're kind of getting people reacclimated, while we're introducing everybody to this wild, wacky WNUT world, we want to make sure we tell people that you don't just listen to this episode. When you get done with this episode, go on to some other shit on the YouTube channel. There's a bunch of crazy shit happening out there.
You need to go catch up. Hell, I'm having to go catch up. I'm here right now.
You know what's happening right now that people have been waiting on for 25 fucking years?
What's that?
The Lost broadcast is now streaming.
It's actually out.
Yes, the one we talked about last episode. ChatNUT brought it up when she did the top 10. She said, you're not really missing anything by not hearing the Lost broadcast. Well, if you felt like you were missing anything, it's streaming.
Listen, here's my thing. I've actually gone back and I've been listening to some of the episodes I wasn't in. I was actually recently listening to, I think it was either episode 17 or 20, and the Lost broadcast was referenced back then.
Yeah.
And I don't even know what episode we're on now.
Yeah, that would have been 20 because Lost broadcast was 18. So check that shit out. Not our best, but I mean, hey, you can still go back in time and hang out with WNUT back in the day.
But if there's ever going to be a fucking trivia question about WNUT, it's going to have to do with that episode.
Yeah. And see, Carl was recently going back and streaming some classic shit where we were talking about his wedding, which he fucking dressed me up in goddamn tights. And,
you liked it.
And showed my wee-wee, a very detailed outline of my wee-wee, to a lot of people I didn't know super well. So thank you for that.
Yeah, but one of them was somebody you liked seeing very well.
That's true. Kirk and I were a little out of control in the episode. It's been a long time. I'm not going to put the boy on blast because, we've moved on.
So at the actual wedding, they were singing "She's a Brick House" so loud she could hear it and was having trouble keeping a straight face coming in.
I don't know that happened. That sounds like tomfoolery.
No, that's legit.
That sounds like tomfoolery that you're saying. With little fanfare, we put that shit out right after midnight on the 25th anniversary of it being recorded. So that brings us up to 19 episodes of WNUT from the classic years and today that you can go stream right now. That's 27 total hours of shows. Binge that shit right now. Don't sleep.
Yeah, that's easy.
Just start right now. Listen to the whole fucking thing. That does not even count the Jazzman's WJAZ stuff or the show you're listening to.
Listen, you bastards are out there binge watching Lost. You can do this.
Yeah, or fucking Orange is the New Black. Boy, right? our references are so outdated. What the fuck are people even streaming right now?
Right now, they're going to be re-binging Stranger Things pretty soon because that new one's coming out.
It's not Yellowstone because we're all over that apparently.
I honestly was over that before it started, but you know.
So you guys want to go check out the fucking shit on YouTube. You want to go and make sure that you're following us on Twitter or X or whatever it's called this week. Which if the rumors are true and Elon Musk makes people pay for just regular ass accounts, guess who's not going to be on X anymore? WNUT.
I highly doubt that somebody who has the business acumen of Elon Musk is going to do something as ridiculously stupid as that.
Yeah, I know, but I also thought he wouldn't piss away the equity in a 15-year brand like Twitter and call it X, but he did.
True, but he's also making more money now than they ever did.
So stick around for this episode as well. Don't just get lost on YouTube. We got the return of Matt Pinfield coming up just in time for Halloween.
Fucking God.
Oh my God, we got the return of a very beloved WNUT segment from the 90s. More on that later. New music from Guns N' Roses and Greta Van Fleet. We've got the WNUT question of the week or the day or the broadcast or the question of the something. I don't know what to call that, but, we talked about the vigilantes. We talked about shitting in your pants at work. We got a new one today. We got a brand new Mullis mix. We got some monumental Jazzman news, for God's sake.
Hell yeah.
So stick around for that. Carl might even want to play some more Sheep Doggy Dog.
There is a chance. It is a very low percentage chance. We're gonna put that in our back pocket for just in case we're wanting to kill ourselves.
I have the whole goddamn album. We can fucking make.
That's where the problem is that you have that whole album.
Starting this broadcast, we can just go through track by track and present to you the entire doggy style funk album.
That's. I think we might experience some technical difficulties in that situation.
We might. The Urinator might stealthily come knock us off the air.
Yep.
Something has been going on recently that I need to get to before we jump into our first song. That is, there were some complaints from some of the WNUT staff who felt a little uncomfortable last time when you were talking about penises and all the things that penises do, specifically your penis. And WNUT, we behave here. We never get like rowdy and nasty. Go back to the 90s and listen to the shit we did. We've always been on our best behavior here. So, and I take complaints like this very seriously. And so I promoted Commander Weber. He's, in addition to director of Your Mom and news anchor, which he earned after fucking up last year. He's earned his way back to that. He's got a third title now. He's going to be handling some human resources duties for us.
Is that so?
Yeah, he's gonna be handling HR. He needs to have a talk with you, like in an official capacity. So, Commander, come on in here.
Hey, Cadet Carl, would you come in front and center right now, please?
Oh God, this is like middle school or high school again.
Yes, it is.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Listen, you were always a troublemaker back then.
Yeah.
I still got no patience for that bullshit today.
Apparently.
So here's how this is gonna roll. You're gonna be a good boy. You're gonna pass muster. You're going to be on your P's and Q's. You walk in lockstep today. If anybody feels uncomfortable, I'm going to come in here and give you a goddamn warning. You follow me?
You're going to give me a what?
I'm going to give you a warning.
Oh, okay. I heard something else. My apologies.
I don't even want to know, and it's not going to count against you yet. But if you get 3 of these, we're shutting the show down. Are we clear?
Seriously, you're going to shut the show down?
Yes.
Okay.
Are we clear?
Well, I mean, I don't really have an option here. So,
Commander does not sound like he's fucking around.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm not going to argue that.
I am not fucking around. This is how we do. In fact, since I'm HR now, I should probably clean up my language in these official meetings.
Well, I mean, we understand it's a new position for you.
I'm feeling my way through
I'm willing
this.
to extend some forgiveness to you. Maybe you could extend some forgiveness to me.
Yeah, like I said, nothing's counting against you right now. But once this discussion is over, you mind your P's and Q's. You walk in lockstep. I don't want to see you being an embarrassment to the unit like you used to be back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
You understand?
Yeah. Yes, sir. I will sit fully erect at all times.
I'm going to let that one slide.
What people don't know is that Commander and Carl go way back, as do I with Commander. Commander was our ROTC instructor and Commander back in 94 and 95. And so Carl, from time to time, he would not pass inspection properly.
I mostly had hair issues, as in long ass fucking hair.
He'd break ranks a little bit laughing or something while we were doing drills. It was just, Commander would have to discipline him back in the day. And he's having to do that again here today. So thank you, Commander.
Well, hey, look, I'm here to just make sure, just like ChatNUT, I'm here to make sure things run smoothly. And as long as you can behave, we're not going to have any problems, okay?
I actually am very good in a strict regiment, so.
Okay, that's good to hear. I'll be in the office if you guys need me.
Well, thank you, Commander. We appreciate that.
You got it.
What do you say we go ahead and kick off some music to start WNUT off on the right foot?
Hell yeah.
You got anything from Leo Murpham this time?
I've got about 1,000 of them from him. And actually, I think what we want to do, though, is do something from a different unknown band, somebody out there who's really struggling.
Well, this isn't an unknown band that's really struggling. What I think I'll do is, he's somebody that I always want to give a boost to. He was on top of the world maybe like 20 years ago. He was everywhere. Since then, he's done everything from like showing up on Red Eye on Fox doing his craziness, or he'll be out doing motivational speaking and making sure people understand the power of partying.
Or maybe even on Nickelodeon.
Yeah, that too. Talking about Andrew W.K.
Hell yeah.
And he's got, well, it's not a new album, but it's a newish album called God is Partying out right now. Like you might have heard that on one of the Friday Vibes that WNUT brought to you on one of these random Fridays in the last few months, or on the Friday Vibing episode, number 28. We've played him on both places. This is another one from that album called Everybody Sins, right here.
Hell yeah, I love that.
Oh, Carl knows some shit about sinning. He'll tell you.
Also know something about this song.
Yeah. So Everybody Sins right here on WNUT with Andrew WK. Don't go anywhere.
Where the beast is giving birth, it's a child of the sun.
was Andrew WK right here on WNUT.
Fuck yeah.
That was my homie. Man, we went up and down the goddamn roads together back in the day. And I videoed him doing many a show. Not anything nasty, you know.
No, he's quite respectable.
Allegedly.
I should
that y'all know of.
Attempt to be more like Andrew WK.
I mean, yeah. You really should after that fucking dressing down you got from Commander.
Yeah, I was not expecting that.
This is so I've got to discuss something with you, and I think I should roll the WNUT corrections intro. I'm not sure. Just to be safe, I'm going to roll the WNUT corrections intro.
WNUT corrections.
Last episode, you told us about a comic called Hydrated Man and the Bladder Boy.
Yeah.
From circa 1982.
Yeah, so there's a number issue on that.
WNUT's crack team of lawyers have been searching for that comic because they want to be prepared in case of a lawsuit. Just call it early discovery they've been going through. They can find no trace of this comic
really?
anywhere. Where the fuck is it?
It's over on my shelves, actually, in the kitchen.
Well, who did it? I need to see it.
Me.
You made it?
Yeah.
Oh, goddamn.
I gave you a couple of the comics I made back in the day.
That would explain why our crack team of lawyers can't find this thing. Neither can I. But what we need to do is if people...
Yeah, like I told the Urinator, he's perfectly fine.
So if people are listening to this on YouTube, and like I said, there are other ways you could get a hold of an MP3 or something. Most people are probably streaming it on YouTube. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put some handy stills, some handy photos that I've taken of some of these comics up on the screen of that YouTube stream, just so you can see this is a real thing, you know. And now I think that'll satisfy the lawyers.
Oh yeah. I can go get them.
I think they'll be perfectly okay. Understanding the source of the material, and not only that, but that the author and or artist himself will not be coming after us.
No, well, I didn't really have a chance to tell him too much because he freaked out.
You just said it wouldn't be a problem. You're like, they would have come by now.
Yeah.
And so, okay, now we understand.
Shit.
I follow, and now, you know, I do remember you talking about this maybe 10, 15 years ago at some point, because I think one of your friends called you the Bladder Boy or something of that.
Yeah, probably.
So you know, now I'm up to speed. I feel informed, and hopefully the fine people listening are seeing some of these great multi-panel spreads, maybe some of the splash pages of Hydrated Man
there's
and the
not a
Bladder
whole lot
Boy.
of splash pages. They're mostly just panels.
That was a pun, see, because he wee-wees. That's a
Well,
splash page.
That should have been a splash page. I'd like that.
But anyway, all right. Well, WNUT, that's not really a correction, but now we at least...
No, but it is a clarification, and I'm down with that.
Well, while we're bringing back segments, I'm going to go ahead and roll the intro to a segment we used to do back in the 90s. This was a hit. We're bringing it back tonight. We're going to see what we can do. WNUT Prank Phone Calls.
WNUT Prank Phone Calls.
We found a relic from the past called a phone book, and I wanted to see if something in there was still valid, still working. So I'm calling someone named Mary Lipschitz, and we're gonna see. It is ringing.
Hello?
Hi, is this Mary Lipschitz?
Yes, it is.
Hi, you're Lipschitz, but my butt cheeks whistle Dixie.
You motherfucker. Fuck you.
Hey, careful about licking your lips there, babe.
You know how old that fucking joke is? Next time you call, I'm gonna kick your fucking ass.
Whoa.
WNUT Prank Phone Calls.
All right. Well, that still worked.
Oh, shit.
Oh, boy.
Oh, God.
Now, here's the interesting thing. Basically, everybody can see who's calling them anymore. So we're just going to pray that Ms. Lipschitz doesn't come down to WNET Studios and whip the bitch out of our ass.
We're not in the mobile studios.
Yeah, we're in the hard brick and mortar. This is... We're exposed right now. This is exactly how I got kicked in the ball sack.
The problem is Commander's watching me. I don't know how much he's watching the door.
Yeah, I don't know. We're just gonna have to. We're gonna hope that doesn't come back on us. Speaking of shits, Paul from Connecticut says he would absolutely shit himself at work. No question at all was what he said.
What for free?
No, for the $1,000.
$1,000. Okay.
Based on the terms and conditions we laid out on the last episode, Paul from Connecticut, no question, he would shit himself. EJ from Darlington says, hell yes. He goes on to elaborate. $1,000 to take a shower? Why not?
Okay.
Look at it that way.
No.
All right. Corey from North Augusta is tentative. He's concerned about the reputation following him, but ultimately, he's willing.
I'd be worried about the smell following you.
Until you shower. That's EJ's point. You get clean, you get $1,000. Billy from Eastman says he's got to go higher, $5,000.
Yeah.
Inflation and all, he says.
Right.
Then I can let myself go, literally.
So 5,000. You see, at least he's starting to work along my same train of thought.
Here. His price is right up there with yours. You guys have the same kind of parity. In what you value a Duke at. Nasheen from Houston. You remember Nasheen.
Holy shit.
Longtime friend of WNUT.
Nasheen, if you're listening.
Oh, my God.
Hell yeah.
We lovingly poked fun at her back in 94 on some episodes. She says she's afraid she'd get fired. No shitting herself at work.
Yeah, I don't blame you there.
I explained I don't think they'd fire you for having an accident.
Depends on where you work and what you do.
I said if you aggressively or angrily shat your pants at someone, maybe.
Yeah, definitely.
But even after all that explanation, she said, okay, even so, just a hard no.
Yeah.
She's not surprised.
I agree with her.
She's not surprised that you would negotiate that.
Yeah.
Lynn from Grovetown says, yep. No other elaboration.
Wow.
Just a yep.
Just yep.
Yeah.
Damn, Lynn, what are you down for?
I just put it in front of her, and she's like, no thoughts, no follow-up questions. Deanne from Seymour says, oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Gary from Beach Island says, I've done it for free.
Holy hell.
My exact point.
Wow.
Some people out there have done it for nothing.
Yeah.
Charles from North Augusta says, already done it. Just didn't get the $1,000.
Damn it.
Oh, and then he says, wait a minute, does a shart count?
You know what? I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I don't know. I mean, there's definite there's substance there, you know? So I guess.
True, but when you think it's mostly gas that's going to pass,
Yeah.
that's not the same thing.
But see, Carl, it's hard to run into a no. I mean, we get them, but they're not easy to come by.
No.
And so, but yet with your bullshit, genuine fucking truffles and Fender Stratocasters, you
Right.
still won't do this.
Not for 1,000, no.
$1,000, but there are swords behind me and hanging on
Yes.
the wall. You could add to that collection. You
There's
could probably
a
get
base right behind you
You could
that's
probably
worth
get a
more than
couple
1,000.
that would go well among these fine items you have on display. You could get for $1,000
Probably.
and you just still won't do it.
No.
I don't understand you.
No, it's going to cost more than that. That's all. I'm just saying that. I'm saying that my hot shit is worth more than that.
Specifically hot.
Well, it would be if it's coming out.
Are you doing the one chip challenge here?
No, I think they pulled that from the shelves
Yeah.
because kids were dumb.
Interestingly enough,
Shockingly, children are stupid.
I was going to bring you a one chip challenge if I could find it before we did this episode. I was going to bring it and see if you would do it. And
yeah.
you know Commander Weber made a good point on the Week in Review last week. I don't know if you heard it. He said, here's a company that's selling a single chip that costs $10, and it comes in a coffin package. And despite those very red flags, kids are still eating it and dying. And he said, what's the name of it?
There's also an age restriction on
He
it.
said, Pocky, don't act so quickly and pull this chip from the market. This is the closest chance we have to let the Darwin Awards
Natural
sort us
selection.
out. Yeah. He
Right.
said, look, it's your duty right now
It is.
to keep this thing on the market, and we can come out of this as a smarter species because of it. If we just
you look around at society and you wonder what went wrong. I've got an answer for how we can fix it. And it starts with leaving that chip in
Yeah. So last time, Carl, you seemed a bit dismissive of Waylon Jennings and some of the country music that I was trying to separate from the boot stomping bullshit.
It's all the same.
That is popular today. Well, believe me, more sympathetic I could not be because I've heard a lot of the mud flat beer, dirt road shit that's out there. However, it's not all about trying that cold beer in a small town. In fact, I have some songs here that just might change your mind.
All right.
You willing to go down this dusty dirt road with me?
I'll tell you what.
Put on some.
I'll give it a
boots
shot.
All right.
I'll give it a shot.
Okay.
I'm going to let you know this isn't the first time someone's trying to convert me to country.
I bet it's the first time anybody's tried it like this.
I'm slightly intrigued by the way you said that. I'm a little turned on.
Here's the first one.
Straight out of Compton, crazy mother named Ice Cube. From the gang called Fellers with Attitudes. When I'm called off, I got a sold off. Squeeze the trigger and bodies are hauled off. You too, boy, if you're with me. The police are gonna have to come and get me off your ass. That's how I'm going out. For the pulp mother they're showing out. When I'm in your neighborhood, you better duck. Cause Ice Cube is crazy as I leave, believe I'm something. I'm coming straight out of Compton. AK-47 is the tool. Don't make me act like a mother fool. You're weekly, monthly, yearly, until them dumb mother see clearly. Straight out of Nashville singing them crazy little rap songs. But my voice just don't quite belong. I'm so lonesome that I could cry. And nothing good'll come from this AI.
So there you go. There's your first one.
That was a fucking abomination of existence.
Well, I understand. It was the legendary Hank Williams, the original, one of the original, cowboy singers. Doing Straight Outta Compton by N.W.A, a group that would not debut until at least 35 years after he passed away. Mm-hmm. So yeah,
genuine.
What you feeling it there? You want to put on some?
You know what? I'll give you a second go.
Some boot cut jeans and go out line dancing with me?
Not yet.
Not yet. All right. Well, you may have been able to tell, that wasn't real. That was done with AI. But here's a good one I think may change your mind about the genre as a whole. This is one by some good Christian white boys, a group called Hot Rage, with a song I can only assume is about kicking someone's ass because it's called Pop You in the Pooper. Enjoy.
Hey buddy, you say you're straight, well that's great, but you ought to try something new. Cause you got a spot in a place that's hot and it likes to be tickled too. I got a wad to drop on your loading dock, deliveries in the rear. So buddy, let's play while the wife's away. Let me get you another beer. Let me pop you in the pooper, buddy, until I hear you squeal. If it hurts at first, that'll pass and then you'll see how good it feels. So get on your paws and turn around and kneel. Yeah, pop you in the pooper, buddy. Let's see how good that feels. If you're ready now, I'm gonna start to plow and fertilize your field. Boy, your farm is rich. Take it all, you bitch. We're gonna see what crops it yields. For a guy who's straight, man, your butt feels great. Don't worry, I'll never tell. When we meet next time, maybe you'll try mine. But for now, let's hear you yell. Ow! Let me pop you in the pooper, buddy, until I hear you squeal. If it hurts at first, that'll pass, and then you'll see it's no big deal. Let's do it doggy style, so get on your paws and turn around and kneel. Yeah, pop you in the pooper, buddy. Don't you see how good that feels?
Rage with Pop You in the Pooper right here on WNUT. Carl, that had to have won you over.
Great Gojira, cleanse my soul, Meshuggah. I pray to you, bring the metal back to me.
That right there.
Never.
That's all. It's got to be about kicking somebody's ass or something.
The subject matter I'm okay with. It's more the presentation thereof.
Listen, I got to have a talk with somebody about that song. Carl, this does not impact you. Brandon, you're being officially warned. I better not hear something like that on the radio again.
But dude,
as long as I serve.
We're not allowed to have songs about...
In the official capacity of WNUT-HR. Do you understand?
I mean, that's just a song about kicking some ass, right?
Do not give me that shit.
Well, I mean, they're really not talking about anything that I didn't do a couple days ago. I mean,
all right,
it was over there. Actually, it was in your studio.
That is,
just full transparency.
Okay. All right, that's warning number one. That's too much information. We didn't need that. That's over the line.
We didn't start the fire?
You got one strike.
Has it always been burning since the world's been turning?
That's enough of your crap.
I think I just got a strike, guys.
Yeah. I mean, I invited the fury, but...
no, I mean, that's okay. It's one.
Carl took it a little too far.
It's one.
All right. Sorry, Commander.
You know, you got to push your luck a little bit. Otherwise, Tom Cruise wouldn't respect you.
All right. I'll be watching.
Okay, cool.
Excellent. We got Sting in the building.
Yeah. That was what'd you say?
Sting.
Sting?
Yeah.
Like the wrestler?
No. Like I'll be watching you.
Fuck.
And half as creepily too.
I was excited. I thought we were going to have like a 60-something-year-old wrestler come in here and
no, we're going to have a 70-something. Oddly enough, Sting I saw on a television show with Selena Gomez.
Yeah.
And Martin Short. No, not Martin Short. Son of a bitch. Steve Martin. There we go.
One of the Martins.
Yeah, Steve Martin and who's the other motherfucker? Anyways, it's called Only Murders in the Building, and Sting is on in the television show.
Meaning Gordon, whatever the fuck his name is, not Steve Borden, the
musician.
wrestler. Yeah,
the musician.
Gotcha.
The guy from The Police.
Well, you know what N.W.A. says about the Police.
Fuck them.
They don't like that group very much.
They were not fans. I don't get it.
Which is
really
interesting because
them.
you go a generation in hip hop later. Puff Daddy loved the Police because he sampled them.
Yep.
But N.W.A. was not a fan of Sting.
I think it's the high kind of singing tones that Sting used compared to what N.W.A. was
Copeland
doing.
And who was the other motherfucker? They were just I think unfairly against the Police. Yeah. So last episode we had a little issue with the Urinator. He was having a bit of an identity crisis when he took too much of his Gemteza prescription, and it sort of fucked him up.
Has he peed since then?
Yeah, okay. We've regulated that a bit. I've kind of got him to take a regular-ass dose. I'm going to bring him in. We're going to clear the air a little bit. I've also got kind of a peace offering because I feel responsible for having fucked him up, And if he was going through something heavy and didn't feel like himself and just having a bit of an existential crisis, I want to make good.
Right?
So
I mean, he's our boy.
Right. Urinator, if you would come in here, please.
Urinator. How are you guys doing?
Oh, man, dude, it is so good to see you back.
Listen, I see you're guarding yourself. Don't worry. I mean, I've only been peeing like a gallon and a half at a time anytime I have to go, so it's not like it was.
Well, that's still an improvement,
But
right?
would you like me to show you? This is all I can do right now.
Wait, what?
Urinator,
Yeah,
no.
This is all I can pee. Watch.
Where's the bucket?
No. Okay, put it back. Besides, Commander Weber's watching right now. He does not want to see
Yeah, I
some
got in
shit
trouble
like this.
for some of that stuff, man. I don't want you to get in the same trouble I am.
All right, listen, Urinator. The problem was if I wanted a solution that didn't just involve putting on Depends every time the dude had to come in here.
Right.
That's kind of fucking demeaning. So I thought why not get you this prescription? ChatNUT told us about it.
She did.
Leave me out of this shit right here.
And so I said, let's get it for the guy, but we didn't clearly instruct you. You ran off with the bottle. You took a whole handful of this shit at one time, which is
excited to be part of the crew is what I think really happened.
Sometimes I get a little excited.
Yep.
It's just usually when that happens, I pee a little. But I can't do that anymore.
Okay, so here's a peace offering. I think what we need to do to make this right. I feel like I've taken away this man's identity, and I don't want to be responsible for a thing like that. So listen, if you don't want to take the prescription, don't take the prescription. There's a case of Deer Park water in the office. Go grab that. Go about your day. We're sorry for the misunderstanding. Just please.
Yeah.
Please be careful around the equipment. That's all we ask. That's all we've asked for 30 years.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. It was very alarming for me, to go to the restroom and say, if I'm peeing, I only get the water level right about up to the seat. I don't overflow the toilet. So I'm going to go and I'll get the Deer Park water. I appreciate what you guys have done for me here.
Yeah, be careful,
Yeah.
for God's sake. Look, the janitor staff here, they've done a great job for us, going all the way back to the days when somebody used to pretty much die on every episode. We can't value those guys enough, but we don't need you just adding to the heap of shit that they've had to endure.
I'm just saying, flush while peeing. It's fine.
Okay. Thank you guys so much. I'll be back in a little bit.
You got this.
Thank you.
Oh, man.
Oh, it does my heart
it's-
good.
yeah.
That's at least, I'm going to sleep a little better tonight because,
They
God,
grow
man.
up so fucking fast.
All right, well, while he goes off and takes care of that and hopefully becomes, somebody that he and we all recognize again, here's Commander Weber with this week's Week in Review.
NUT News. Yeah, this is Commander Weber with the Week in Review for September 22nd. Our top story, Rupert Murdoch stepped down yesterday as chairman of News Corporation and Fox Corporation. The 92-year-old has announced plans to follow Roger Ailes into the afterlife soon, likely around the time a shitload of sexual harassment claims surface against him. In archaeology news, according to an article published in the Nature Journal on Wednesday, 500,000-year-old, never-before-seen wooden structures have been uncovered, which is exactly how Pfizer introduced Viagra in March 1998. This was in the African country of Zambia, so stand back. In, sports news, Rob Mercer, a poker player who took thousands of dollars in donations to play in a Las Vegas World Series of Poker tournament, admitted to the Las Vegas Review-Journal that he lied about dying from cancer. Upon this earth-shattering admission, the Las Vegas Review-Journal said, "You mean you didn't die from cancer? We were under the mistaken impression that we were interviewing a corpse right now. You lying son of a bitch." And finally, Oscar Mayer's newly christened Frankmobile has reverted back to the name Wienermobile, the name it originally sported for nearly 90 years. WNUT reported back on May 19th that the company would drop the name, but 4 months of ladies referring to my truck as the Wienermobile really made Oscar Mayer miss what they had. I'll be surrendering the intellectual property back to the hot dog maker, and my truck will henceforth be known as the Dick-Up, or maybe the D-150, or maybe just the Ram. I'm still workshopping new brands. This has been Commander Weber with the Week in Review. Please join me right here every Friday where I'll keep you on top of the week's most important stories just like your mom keeps me on top of that ass.
NUT News. You hear it first.
Thank you, Commander, for the Week in Review. I think Carl's having a Fred Sanford-style cardiac arrest over here.
Weber.
Have you seen Carl? Has the Wienermobile been in your mom's driveway lately?
No, not for a while, actually.
Well, good.
Yeah.
No mom is safe. Mm-hmm. He's the director of your mom. He takes his job very seriously.
He's very thorough from what I can hear from up down the block.
Oh, yeah. And let me tell you, I right now take my job of mutilating gingerbread men very seriously. I am currently decapitating and fucking limbing one right now. So
yeah, it's a shame.
It's a tradition. I think if Carl is in the WNUT studio at any given time, gingerbread men should be mutilated. That goes back to July of '94. So I think we should always keep that up.
I'm concerned that that's actually one of the issues that Weber had.
What, getting decapitated and having his limbs eaten?
No, it was me showing the proper way to make a gingerbread person happy.
That didn't help.
Yeah.
Probably some of the things that you did to poor ChatNUT as well. Although
she liked it.
Yeah, she did. And the new issue of the WNUT newsletter is going to drop. There's another guest article by her.
Excellent.
This one is called "I Am Under Carl's Command."
Oh, good girl.
So I think she's impressed with your work.
Yeah, she is definitely getting an extra treat tonight.
Fuck yes. Daddy, thank you for bringing out a side of me I never knew existed. Do you have any commands for me?
Not right now, baby girl.
All right. I'll be over here purring softly if you need me.
All right, and besides that, not only is that a good idea, I think, we probably don't need to get another warning.
Yeah, we probably don't want to push that any further, at least not yet.
I'd like to remain on the air.
Yeah.
Driving down here today, this is a completely unrelated. I had this thought and I wanted to ask you. I've been seeing a lot of these billboards lately, and I want to know if up where you live is it like this too. There's a trend lately in like lawyers that advertise on billboards and shit, like the motorcycle lawyer. Have you seen a lot of this?
Yeah.
So
that's
it's
been around for a while for us, though.
Yeah. Well, see, I've seen it around, just when I travel and play shows and stuff. It is fucking everywhere now.
Yeah.
And my question is, does it really matter that much that your lawyer actively engages in the thing that you might find yourself in trouble for? As long as they know the goddamn law and they can defend the shit out of you, does it matter that they, like, hey, if you've ever, raised the dead, I'm also a necromancer, not just a lawyer.
Right.
What the fuck is the motorcycle lawyer thing all about?
That I don't know. I'll be honest with you. I think everyone around
Just
the
say,
area that I am is the northwestern part of South Carolina. We're up in the foothills of the Appalachian Mountains. To say, oh, I ride a motorcycle is like, oh, I own a gun.
Right.
No shit.
But see, that motherfucker, the lawyer, is the motherfucker in question here.
No, they're just admitting that they're willing to defend you.
Yeah, if he knows his shit thoroughly, say he's taken, 150 motorcycle cases.
Yep.
That's a good. That's a dude you want on your side.
You just answered your own question then.
But my conclusion would be he doesn't have to be a motorcycle rider.
No.
If he's taken 150 of those cases, so what if he's a biker? Like, okay, say you get busted on obscenity charges.
It can happen.
Does my lawyer have to be a pornographer? Seriously, does it have to be like, our dicks are all over the internet?
Yeah.
We'll take your case. You can trust us.
Okay, so that was a different charge than I was thinking of.
Yeah.
I was thinking of like verbal obscenities.
No, I'm talking about like, the kind of stuff Commander Weber would come in here and have a chat with you about.
Oh.
Does it have to be?
Like the time that I went from Surfside Beach to Myrtle Beach and then back down to Garden City naked. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Now, would that have to be a pornographer who would take that case? Who cares?
It might help though.
What, I don't need my lawyer to be a streaker. I just need my lawyer to know
the streaking laws.
How to get you off, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What?
Commander, we're just talking legal.
Legally getting you off.
I'm watching you
above the age of 18.
All right, we're fine. I'll tell you what else will get you off. New Guns N' Roses music, goddammit.
Oh my God.
Brand new music for the first time in a year, because they've been putting out new stuff lately. But I mean, my God, the thrill never wears off.
Oh my, yes.
It's been since Chinese Democracy in 2008 that I've been able to say this. And before that, with the original guys, not all of them, mind you, but hey, with
Close
Axl
enough.
Slash and Duff, for fuck's sake, it's been since 1994. So why don't we educate your bitch ass to the hottest sounds coming out of the Sunset Strip or wherever Axl Slash, Duff, and the boys and girl may have recorded this one. This is Perhaps from Guns N' Roses right here on WNUT.
Perhaps I was wrong when I didn't see you. Perhaps I was wrong when I don't believe you. But I wanna know how it feels. I wanna guess to be you. I've been so upset. I've been in this hate for days.
That was Guns N' Roses. Guns and frickin' Roses. Axl, Slash, Duff, Richard, Frank, Dizzy, Melissa.
Listen, that's how it should be.
I know. I'm going to hope I didn't leave anybody out there. I think I got everybody. I think that is an 8-piece band now. So today, Carl, is officially the last day of summer.
Yes.
Fall is here. We're going bravely into, changing leaves and fucking pumpkin spice. Yeah,
everywhere.
that shit. And scary Halloween, ghouls and ghosts and goblins and specters.
Oh, man, and I love that part of it.
And so what I thought we would do is bring back somebody who's been waiting patiently to get back on WNUT since we rebooted last year.
Okay.
He's only made an appearance in the newsletter. So far, it hasn't. The timing hasn't been right.
Okay.
But heading into fall, I figured I would bring in the scariest man on the planet.
You don't mean?
Yes, I do.
This is Matt Pinfield.
Holy shit, dude.
It feels
it
good.
is an honor to meet you.
It feels good to be back in WNUT.
Okay, it's little known fact. Matt, his first and to date last appearances were actually on WJAZ. He popped up on WJAZ, the Jazzman's program, I think on episode 4, and again on episode 6. So we've bookended all that malarkey that he got into on WNUT with some appearances on the Jazzman's program.
Awesome.
But I'll tell you what happened. If you guys haven't gone back and listened to some of the classic shit that is streaming right now, Matt Pinfield, brief history here. He was an MTV VJ back in the day.
Yep.
I saw him hosting a special when Metallica was debuting the Unforgiven 2 video.
Okay.
And because he was hosting a Metallica deal, I guess he was playing up his scary voice or some shit. So I was like, Matt doesn't really talk like that.
Yes, I do.
But what I figured was we would get him on WNUT to explain why he was putting on these weird ass, this persona for the Metallica thing. So I brought him in. Ever since that day, he's been trying to convince us, no, he really is the scariest motherfucker on the planet. And for some reason, he keeps rubbing up against people the wrong way. We had Captain G beat him down. Well, not we. I mean,
no, but it happened.
Captain G just, whipped his ass. The guys from indie hardcore Valdosta band Blood Shovel beat his ass. He got into it with Satan Claus on the Christmas episode back in 98. So
I really feel like you guys are unfairly highlighting some of the ass whippings that I've received.
No, hold on. I just to stand up for kind of the strange chosen events here. I have seen Matt down at the Chamber in Atlanta, the BDSM club, and he is a scary motherfucker.
Whoa! What are you implying?
Well, I'm just saying you're a pretty damn good male dom when it comes to it.
I did not come down here for this bullshit.
You don't know what I just said, do you?
No.
Oh.
I don't even remember being there. This has never happened.
You don't ever use
Ask me something else.
Butane torches on nipples?
Okay, listen.
Uh-oh.
I was trying to stay away, and I was trying to let you guys do your thing.
Oh, yes, yeah.
I feel like I've got to step in because you're berating this guy who came down here to be a guest on the station.
Wait, what?
He's minding his own business, and here you are talking about nasty things he was doing at a club to some people, and he clearly has no recollection of it.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
This is your second warning.
Oh, come on. This isn't even the same subject matter.
Cadet Fishniz.
Okay.
I need you to get...
I accept it. I'm lockstep.
Good. I need you to get your Fishniz together for the rest of this episode.
Yep, my Fishnizzle will be...
Or there won't be an episode.
Snizzle.
Thank you, Commander.
So back in May of last year, if you've been following us on what used to be called Twitter, we did a thing called Pitch Week. I invited all the Rogues Gallery into the conference room, and I said, listen, if you're all going to be hanging around here, if I got Captain G and Miss Anthony and the Urinator and all these fools hanging around, I need ideas from y'all for things you can do on the station instead of just busting in and, for example, peeing on things like somebody else we know who was just here. Matt Pinfield has this crazy idea that he wants to keep demonstrating how scary he is. He had an idea for a segment where he just cold calls people and scares the shit out of them.
And he's not going to try to sell them extended car warranties.
No, and I poo-pooed the idea back then, but the more I thought about it, I was like, we've always been, I just brought back WNUT Prank Phone Calls. We've always kind of enjoyed having a little, telephone-related nonsense going on. So why not, working title. Why not something like like Matt Pinfield's phone frights, something like that.
Yeah, I'm just workshopping names in my head right now.
Telephone terror?
That's a good one.
Okay.
Pinfield's telephone terror.
Okay, so Matt, get yourself ready. I'm going to dial us a random number here, and we are going to debut the very first segment in Matt Pinfield's telephone terror. Matt Pinfield's telephone terror.
Hello?
This is Matt Pinfield, and I'm the scariest man on earth.
No, bro, you're not scary.
Oh, yeah? Blood.
God damn.
Okay, so about shitting yourself at work.
Do we need to give you $1,000?
I'm willing to negotiate.
I think the dude on the phone shit himself.
I was not expecting that.
Who the fuck was that? I don't even. I literally just dialed until we got somebody.
Yep.
So we don't know
Hot damn.
whose day we just ruined. But Matt, I gotta give it to you. I think I've been shorting you all these years.
I told you I was the scariest man on the planet.
I mean, I knew that motherfucker was scary. I wasn't expecting that.
Really? Because I have doubted him for a long time.
The problem is I've been coming to this studio for so long, nobody ever let me demonstrate my actual applicable skills. Hopefully I've finally converted you non-believers.
Sure. Yeah, buddy.
You just heard the evidence.
No. There's a squishy sensation that tells me about the evidence. But no, I mean, I believed him. I saw him on stage at, never mind.
Well, okay. If I'm the non-believer in this scenario, you're absolutely right, man. You've won me over. I have faith now. We're going to do another one of these segments. We'll keep Matt around. And we'll see who else we can terrify the shit out of. In fact, I've got a pretty good idea for another segment. We might send you out on location.
We might need to age verify some people first.
This isn't gonna be like when you sent me to hell in Christmas '98, is it?
No. It's not gonna be like that. I'm trying not to let your ass get kicked to this episode. So, just stick around. You're in good hands. I have an idea that I think you're gonna like. In fact, I might have even cribbed the idea from Pitch Week. It might have originated with you, but I'm not looking at my notes here. I'll tell you what we got in mind in a little bit, as well as everybody listening. For right now, how about that question of the week, Carl?
Hell yeah. What do we have?
Before we get to the new one, I just want to say I believe I've determined what kind of vigilante I would be, because those ASPCA commercials have been running a shit ton lately with dogs being left out in the sun with
the
no
arms of the
shade.
angel.
Right. Well, for just this amount of money, you can feed these animals that need this and that, and they're all fucking sitting in a hot cage somewhere.
Or the cameraman could have.
Right. But my thing is, every time I see that commercial, I'm like, yeah, I would be the guy who literally does nothing but goes out across the country and gives water and food to these doggies that don't have it, and frees them. And then I just got a shit ton of cute doggies following me around from place to place as we deliver more food and water to other neglected doggies. That's the vigilante that I would be if I could.
I don't know if that counts as a vigilante.
No, I think it does, because that is a wrong that needs righted, and I would go out and do it.
But I think a vigilante has to break the law.
Well, what if I'm taking the doggies?
Not if they're following you.
Some of them I'm taking, but I feel like, hey.
Listen, man, PETA literally took dogs off of people's porches.
Yeah.
And then euthanized them.
That's fucked up. That's why. That's one of the many, many reasons I don't like PETA, and they can suck my dick.
Yeah.
But I would be an awesome vigilante.
Well, they can't suck your dick. That's meat.
I would be see, that's going to get us kicked off the air. You've already got 2 warnings. I would watch yourself.
I'm talking about spotted dick. It's
You stole that from me.
And yes,
when I answered the phone and I pissed off that mom and the Girl Scout called.
That shit was funny.
You can't use my material. Anyway, after the last episode, I was going to put a poll on the WNUT Twitter and YouTube for today's hot button topic. I was going to let people vote, Then I saw a video pop up on my YouTube feed last week that was the perfect follow-up to last episode's discussion. Also, the greatest video title in history. So I thought, that's it. That's the discussion for episode 30. This comes courtesy of the Elvis Duran Show, and it is as follows. How many times a year is it acceptable to poop yourself as an adult?
Well, normally I would say 0, but I'm going to say 1 at this point.
Why did you arrive at that number?
Because that's how many times I've done it this year.
What?
Did you not just experience that segment we just had?
Okay. I thought you were talking about some other time.
No.
And I was going to go back and just tear you apart for all that shit you said last episode about how you don't blah, 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 and this and that, and you only have had 2, you made poor social choices one time, and then you did the knuckle thing the other time, and I was gonna call bullshit. My takeaway is this: I didn't realize it was acceptable. You know?
Yeah, no, that's true.
So the fact that we're debating how many times a year kind of opens up a whole new world to me. Like this is something we can take advantage of this. Walking through Times Square, you can't find a public restroom. You know what? Fuck it. It's like you got the emergency pressure, laying a beat down on your bowels. It's cool, y'all. I hadn't done it yet this year, so I got a poop yourself free card, and you just let it go.
If you're in Times Square, you just drop a squat in the middle of the road.
That's
what everybody else does.
That's a bad geographic example because most of the people there wouldn't even notice, or it
wouldn't change the smell.
It happens too often. But I'm just saying, like, so you're walking through the center of North Augusta.
Yeah, okay, very different.
That's a place where people don't poop themselves.
No, they don't.
Very often around other human beings. Say you're walking into church, whatever it may be. Well, I haven't done it yet this year. I can't get to the restroom. Restroom's on the other side of the sanctuary. Yep. Maybe it's like, a call to worship or something, and I don't know my church terms, but I'm envisioning a scenario where there's a shit ton of people, and you can't
together.
Get through them. Yeah, so you just go, you know what? I haven't done it yet. I'm going to drop it, and then you do.
Yeah,
but it's okay because you haven't yet, and there's a number above 0 that is socially acceptable
per year. Though to me, that seems too short of a period of time. But then again, when you're talking adults, so like if we're talking, are we talking over 70? Or are we talking between like 25 and 70?
Yeah, this doesn't say as a senior citizen. This just says as an adult. So I'm assuming from the time you join the workforce
Can we
drive
have
a car.
Decimal number.
I'm going to say 8, from the time you're 18, 21, somewhere in there.
Can we say like 0.25? Like every 4 years it's okay?
I suppose you could. Yeah, there's no reason that we couldn't.
I mean, because people are going to have an accident. Mistakes are going to happen.
Right.
You're going to get food poisoning.
Right.
Something's going to occur once every 4 or 5 years.
Yeah. You can technically mathematically turn one time every X years into a number, so that's okay.
I think that's acceptable. I wouldn't imagine you'd have that happen every year.
I just have a feeling that the Elvis Duran Show was thinking it would be at least a whole number per year. They probably had one or more in mind. But there's nothing in the rules that states you can't do a point, whatever.
Yeah. Are they suggesting that someone might say 3 times a year?
I guess. That's the thing I didn't do was watch the video.
Oh, yeah. Well, why would you though?
The number then in your case would be between 0.2 and 0.25.
Yeah.
That's the acceptable annual self-shitting.
I would imagine so, yeah. At least for myself.
Yeah. Or to throw a duke.
Yeah.
My thing is, I don't even necessarily have a position on this that I'm passionate about. I'm just curious to know, like, what everybody else's number would be. I kind of want to know where society would put it. Like, let's say we got together and eventually made some legislation on this. What would it come to?
At what point do we give them the Scarlet Duke?
I'm a forgiving person. So, like, if you were to shit yourself right now, I'm not going to hold it against you. I will probably bring it up in the future. I'll probably rib you a little bit about it, but it's going to be good-natured.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not going to be like, eviscerating you about it. You're definitely not going to feel shame. You're just going to kind of get your balls
kind of feel
busted a
shitty.
little bit. Yeah, you'll feel a little shitty about it. But, like, I think as a society, we can be a little bit more forgiving than we tend to be. It's ones like Corey from North Augusta who was afraid of the reputation following him if he should shit himself at work for 1,000. He shouldn't live in that fear, is my point.
Well, my thing was that my shit's worth more than that. Whereas his, I think, is he's worried that that's going to socially annihilate himself.
Right.
But Corey from North Augusta, one thing you got to remember, dude, is at some point you're going to have a stomach virus.
Yeah.
At some point, you're going to have too much B12 in your system, and you're not actually shitting. You're pissing out your butthole.
I think Sheen from Houston should remember this too, because she's going to miss out on $1,000 hypothetically because she's
or
afraid.
Potentially even more. Negotiation is important in life.
But see, she's afraid of the social stigma, is my guess. Originally, she was afraid that there would be disciplinary action, like you would get punished for shitting yourself, which is even.
In situations that Commander Weber won't allow me to speak about, I know that some of those do exist.
Yeah.
But we'll have to talk about those off air, maybe in a a Patreon episode or something.
Yeah. I was fascinated by just the concept that there is an acceptable number.
That really kind of fucks with me. Yeah.
So does this change things? Like if you learn that there's, say, like a consensus on, 1, 2, 3 times a year, would that then change the amount of money that you would do the other thing for?
It would 100% change the type of underwear I wear.
Well, I guess you're still not getting $1,000 then, huh?
No, not going to do it.
But between 0.2 and 0.25 for Carl, I'm saying, like whatever the number is, I'm just okay with it. Like I'm not going to say, hey, cap it at 2 or 3. I'm just going to say, like, say I knew a chronic shitter.
Yeah.
Say I knew a chronic self-shitter.
Okay, you know a chronic self-shitter.
That person, thank you for saying that. That person is still a valuable person to me. I don't judge that person.
Yeah.
I might not let them sit on like, my good gaming chair or something like that, but they're still just as valuable a person to me.
So I'm trying to, when I put my numbers out there, I'm trying to guess what the acceptable number is. I'm not saying that that's what I consider acceptable.
Yeah.
Well, okay. I would say that, yes, I do kind of consider that as acceptable, though, because that's why I'm guessing that.
Yeah.
But
I can go for like 2. I can
really 2 a year.
I can firmly say, like, if say somebody were to shit themselves twice a year, I'm not
consistently.
I'm not going to judge that person. It doesn't have to be every year, but if they do, like, I don't see them as less of a human being. If somebody comes at me and they're like 6, 7 times a year, I will recommend that they go see their enterologist and handle this problem.
Somebody needs to see a gastroenterologist.
Right. But I mean, they're still a person. They still they still got a mom that loves them.
As long as they're not doing that like on purpose. On my couch.
Yeah, and that was the point that I made to Nasheen. I was like, if you're aggressively doing it at someone, then
that's
you would deserve to be fired, as would this person.
Whole different world then.
Yeah. So, we can't have that. But if it's just happening and you can't control it, 2 is I would say that's
a rough year, though.
You make it through a couple of seasons.
That's a bad year.
Right, it is a bad year, but we can up to that point we can look the other way.
Yeah.
Beyond that, make an appointment. Go see your doctor.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say. But moving on, you know what finally leaked? No, not the urinator.
Okay, I thought we were segueing in.
Yeah, but no, the long-awaited album, Cool Cat K-Roz Sings the Hits, the Jazzman's album, that has been talked about since 1999, is out there streaming to the world right now.
Leaked that.
Me.
Okay, I was about to say I owe him $20.
There was a campaign that I kind of
initiated.
Well, I sort of goaded the listeners into flooding the Jazzman with calls for this album. I said, listen, don't let him forget about it. Make sure he knows we want this album.
Right.
He can't keep sitting on these tracks. So they basically, and the fact that I kept leaking tracks on WNUT, finally kind of motivated
allegedly
him, yes, kind of motivated him to move towards letting the world finally hear this album that he's been recording and tweaking for 20
Well, I'm excited because I've only ever heard him jamming a little bit.
Exactly.
And then usually if you're going and you're going to watch the Jazzman jam, you're drinking a little bit, and then he comes over and drinks with you, and then it's next Thursday.
Yeah, and interestingly, this is not a jazz album that leaked. It's like pop standards and rock.
No
and
shit.
It's everything from, like Dr. Dre to the Beach Boys and Marilyn Manson and whatever the hell.
It's his cover work.
It's all that shit.
Oh, man,
it's all
that's so good.
So for God's sake, y'all, it's 14 tracks plus a bonus track. I'm sure, like if you were to buy the LP version, it might not have the bonus track on it, but I negotiated the whole shit. I said, look, I want all the tracks. We're gonna sequence it the way you want it. We're gonna do the artwork the way you want it, and it's streaming right now on WNUT,
All right.
the YouTube channel. So all you need to do is just go either find the playlist for the Jazzman Sings, or just search Jazzman, Cool Cat K-Roz Sings the Hits. Search something, whatever the fuck gets you there. It is 15 full tracks, and I got one right now. Oh my God,
Hell
this
yeah.
might actually be my favorite one.
Which one is it?
He basically did like an anthem for the WNUT like station and everything that encompasses.
All right.
And he did it as a parody of OPP by Naughty by Nature. This is the Jazzman with NUT.
Hell yeah.
Arm me with some harmony. Commander, drop a load on him. NUT, how can I explain it? I take it frame by frame it to have you all jump and shout and saying it. Brendan and Eric make you laugh and show them dimples. But JAZ, well, that's not that simple, huh? It's sort of like another way to get the music hitting. It's a 3-piece jazz band we're missing here, or 4 or 5 on occasion if a trumpet's down for playing. It seems I gotta start the explaining. Fuck it, you ever had a jam session like some soul healing? No songs, just a key, a beat, and a feeling. You started swinging and you maybe never ever stop. You're just a skilly billy dilly scootly voodoo bop. I know what I'm saying, I'm the K to the R to the O to the Z. And when your girlfriend wants to swing, you better take her to the club and get with it, or crank up WJAZ and just hit it. How many of y'all know exactly what I'm getting at? You feel the music and the groove is really hitting fat. Well, if you do, that's JAZ and you are swinging it. So raise your voice and start singing it. You down with JAZ? You down with JAZ? You down with NUT? Who's down with NUT? You down with NUT? You down with NUT? You're down with JAZ. Who's down with JAZ? And now WNUT, it's time to let y'all know how the motherfucking flagship show go. It all started with the boys and Miss Anthony, and now like 30 years later they can't let it be. They fuck with her over and over, just cold dissing, and then the Urinator comes around straight pissing. Hanging out up in the studio is so deaf, and you even get live updates from Mother F. Commander Webb is dropping news every fucking day, and no matter how you're swinging, it's the right way. They got Matt Pinfield throwing scary threats, and if you're lucky you can hear the Jazzman's alphabet. Come on, now let me tell you what it's all about. These motherfuckers always running off at the mouth. Rule number 1 in this NUT establishment is that disclaimer means you can't get mad at shit. And now they back, taking all the shit global, dropping some new shows and you can listen on your mobile. Shit is on for sure, you better admit it. NUT, damn Skippy, you with it. You down with NUT? You down with NUT? You down with JAZ? Who's down with JAZ? You down with JAZ? You down with JAZ? You down with NUT? Who's down with NUT? Man, break it down.
That was the Jazzman with NUT
Oh my God.
off of the brand new, finally streaming Cool Cat K-Roz Sings the Hits, where you can enjoy shit in the style of the Jazzman, because it's the Jazzman himself doing everything from the Beach Boys to White Zombie to Queen to Rebecca Black. That's right. Friday. Gonna Get Down on Friday. We played that one on the Friday Vibin' episode. So check out that goddamn album. Stream it, man. Crank it up at work. I don't give a fuck what you do. It's out there for you and for me. And you know, speaking of people with mad lyrical skills, I wrote one more limerick.
Did you?
This is not to do a competition. I just,
No, that's fine.
As I was editing,
I absolutely loved that competition.
As I was editing that episode, and then I've gone back and listened to it a few times, in the last month, and I came up with one more, and so I wrote it down. I wanted to share it. It was inspired by our impromptu limerick off that we had, and it goes thusly. Shanna judged this shit wrong, 'cause my limericks were all hella strong. May she be compelled to go straight to hell while Carl can go bounce on a dong.
God damn.
That's what I wrote. That's my response
like a
limerick.
punch to the chest. Holy shit, that was strong.
That's my response limerick. I'm a poet and your ass didn't know it. But my dick did, because it's a long fellow. Stay in there, Commander.
I'm not the one that's getting us in trouble right now. It's just, I'm just saying.
He ain't. I don't have a warning limit.
Wait, is he even in there right now?
I don't know. Come here, Matt Pinfield. Speaking of people who are hanging
All
around,
right.
why don't we dial up another random ass number? I'm going to roll the intro.
Matt Pinfield's telephone terror.
All right, we're going to get somebody on the horn here. Stand by.
Hello?
This is Matt Pinfield, and I'm scary.
Well, okay, if you say so.
Want to see? Blah.
No, that's really not that scary.
Oh, yeah? Check your pants.
Oh, Lord. I think I just pissed myself. I need to go clean this up.
Well,
God damn.
we had one flee in terror.
Oh my God.
One leaves the phone call in terror. The other one
man.
might be an alternate urinator.
Right?
If we can't get
No.
our
Don't.
we
don't
can't
claim
replace the urinator.
We make no official claims in that status.
All right. I'm gonna try something right now.
Right.
Called the Carl Topic Randomizer.
Oh my God.
This is an idea that I had where because you can pretty much riff on any fucking thing. If I give you a topic, I'm going to see if you have a story just ready to launch.
Something associated with that topic.
Yeah, just a story from your life, some kind of way that you feel about a thing, a rant. I don't know.
All right.
I'm just going to see if you. I'm going to get the topic randomizer. So today's topic is the gas station chain Buc-ee's. Go.
I've never seen one.
Holy fuck!
I've seen the billboards. I'm sorry, man. I can talk about QT. I can talk about Spinks. I can talk about Circle K. But I've never actually been to a Buc-ee's. When I left Texas, Buc-ee's didn't exist yet.
Oh my God. We didn't talk about that ahead of time. Carl had no idea I was doing that.
Yeah,
I was
not expecting that.
I was certain there was no topic I could give you that you wouldn't be able to just launch into some history that you had with that thing or a wild ass story.
Yep.
So the Carl topic randomizer did not work out.
I'll try it again.
Well, speaking of things that people have been talking about for a long ass time, not just the Jazzman's album. Have you ever heard of a thing called MullisMixes?
I may have listened to one or 1,000.
Are you aware of this phenomenon called MullisMixes that's been sweeping the planet since 1992? For fuck's sake!
I don't want to sound like too much of a hipster, but I think I've been hanging out and listening to MullisMixes.
I also brought you another musical.
Holy shit.
Something for your collection. That's actually so I just handed Carl the CD maxi single of Shape of Your Problem, which is the MullisMix that we debuted on the last episode, number 29. You heard that.
And it's got a rock and roll mega mix on there.
So the rock and roll mega mix from 2003 is on there.
ABC, is that the same one?
That's the one from back in the day.
Oh my God.
It also has ABCD's Nuts. That was on episode 25. That's the Gale mix. And Love Game.
EFU.
Yeah. And the Love Game, the Lady Gaga one from a few episodes back.
Shit,
There's also
dude.
just straight mashup
This is
versions.
really nice.
I know, dude. That's no joke right there.
What the fuck?
So the fine folks at MullisMixes have really gotten their shit together.
They are upping the quality too.
I know. But if you notice it, if you have time to read the liner notes, they mention on here that these tracks are from an upcoming album called MullisMixes 16. That's right.
It's a preview.
MullisMixes has made 15 albums, basically from 1993 to from 93 to 2006. MullisMixes put out 15 albums. No albums have come out since 06. This is going to be the first one. All these tracks that we've been debuting on WNUT, they're coming from somewhere, and they're coming from the new album, MullisMixes 16, which the word on the street has it that may emerge in October. So be looking for that. If it does, we're going to find a way to get you guys to a download link where you can grab that. But right now, we've got a brand new track that hasn't debuted yet, has not surfaced. You haven't heard it on any previous WNUTs, and it ain't on YouTube yet. But it's about to be, because here is the MullisMix of Old Town Road by Lil Nas X. Biatch!
Yeah, I'm gonna take my bitch to the Old Town Road. I'm gonna till I can't no more. I'm gonna take my dick to the Old Town Road. I'm gonna till I can't no more. I got the bitches in the bag, or stock is attached. Had is matted black, got the bitches black to match. Sitting on a horse, ha, you can whip your butt. I been in the valley, you ain't been up off that porch now. Can't nobody tell me. You can't tell me shit. Can't nobody tell me shit. You can't tell me shit.
Rolling down the street.
Piss. All in my blood. Need on my baby. You can go and ask her. My life is a movie. Bullshitting them boobies. Cowboy hat from Gucci. On my booty. Can't nobody tell me shit. You can't tell me shit. Can't nobody tell me a goddamn thing. You can't tell me a damn thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna take my ass to Taco Bell.
I'm gonna
till I can't no more. I'm gonna take my bitch to the hotel road. I'm gonna skeet till I can't no more.
Heads down, cross town, living like a rock star. Spend a lot of money on my brand new biatch. Baby's got a habit, rings and Fendi sports bras. Riding down Rodeo in my goddamn sports car. God knows stress, I've been through all that. I'm like a macho man, so I keep that sack. Wish I could roll on back to that old town road. I wanna till I can't no more.
I'm gonna take my bitch to the old town road. I'm gonna till I can't no more. I'm gonna take my dick to the old town road. I'm gonna till I can't no more.
So that was the brand new
Holy
Mullis Mix,
shit.
Old Town Road.
Oh my God.
Oh man, if MullisMixes had only come back from the dead like 4 years ago instead of just last year,
And been spot on.
oh, we could have
timing wise. Yeah.
I mean, the fine folks at MullisMixes
Yeah.
could have been timely,
Yeah.
with that mix, but no, the fine folks at MullisMixes, they were a little behind the curve on it.
You know what though? It's moving an entire organization.
You're right.
So
The revival of WNUT, I think, prompted them in a lot of ways to get their shit together last year and start making some new stuff again and remastering old things that needed remastering. So,
well, we know they're fans of the show.
yeah, and it's just good to see them active again. It's good to hear new stuff. It's good to laugh like that. That with the exception of the fact that song is relatively new. Like I said, it's 4 years old at this point. But that the style of that mix and everything could have been on one of the older albums back in the day.
Yeah, some of the reference points in there were. I mean, it brought me back to 1996.
Right. And so, there's some clips that didn't exist back then, like The Wire and Chappelle Show and whatnot. But hey, spiritually, we're not, we're not
If
hearing,
it had existed, it would have been there.
yeah, we're not hearing mashups and stuff in there. That's basically a classic Mullis Mix. Classic style Mullis Mix. So as you can see, the new album is going to have a nice mix of like the kind of the modern mashup style that Mullis Mix has been getting into, but also some very classic type of the Mullis Mixes that you're familiar with.
Keeping to the roots.
Yeah, and apparently it spans over about 20 years because you see the rock and roll mega mixes on that single. That never got put on one of their proper albums. So, they've got some older stuff that never made it on an album, but they've got a shit ton. More than half of the stuff was made within the last year since.
And who knows what they've created, and they just haven't even let us know.
Yeah, we haven't even heard probably a good half of those tracks yet.
I mean, it could be like Prince may have an entire vault.
I've
a
heard
Mullis vault.
Oh, I know, and I've heard rumors from the fine folks at Mullis Mixes about an awesome mashup of 9 Inch Nails and Sia, the Cheap Thrill song, and Terrible Lie.
Okay, yeah.
So
Yep.
I got a feeling
I'm down for that.
Yeah, when episode 31 rolls around, we may find that particular mix and play that bad boy for you. But like I said, just keep your eyes and ears peeled to WNUT and to the WNUT YouTube channel. And as soon as that album surfaces, we know there will be a physical release because, some of MullisMixes' methods skirt some modern copyright law in some ways.
Let me just say that sometimes what we receive in the studio, we need to convert into a format that you can get your hands on.
Well, what it is like I know there's a track on the album that they can't even put on YouTube. Like WNUT is MullisMixes' official online host, so we put all their shit up on our channel. If we were to put one of the tracks up, it's blocked worldwide. So there's not even a way to stream this merd to you.
Wow.
We would have to get it to you in a physical format, or find a way to help them get it to you. So we're negotiating some ways to get a download version out there that you can get your hot little hands on, your digital hands on that in some way. So we're on it, and we're going to make sure that you guys have everything that you need. That was kind of a country-ish song, Old Town Road. How do you feel about Lil Nas X?
You know what? I would say Lil Nas X is now my favorite country musician.
Billboard removed that song from its hot country chart because the reason that they said was it didn't embrace enough elements of today's country music. So like horse riding, the Old West, wandering the plains, boots and hats, that stuff didn't do it. So the operative word was today's country music. So if that fucker had included 2 words, it would have made all the difference. Cold beer. It's a law. If you find me a hit country song from like the last 10 years that doesn't just mindlessly include the phrase cold beer somewhere, if Lil Nas X had just had cold beer in his bladder, then that would have been fine.
So that might be part of the reason I'm not really into country.
Yeah.
I like a lot of the European beers, and they're served at room temperature.
Or if they talked about homemade wine.
Well, that sure as fuck wouldn't be country.
Hank Williams Jr. talked about sending his friend in New York City some homemade wine back in
that was
Country Boy
homemade
Can
shine.
Survive. No, dog, that was homemade
Was it wine?
He'll send me pictures of the Broadway lights. I'll send him a little homemade wine. He was refined country.
Well, maybe
back in
he
the
was
70s or 80s.
Maybe he was back then.
Whenever the hell that song came out. So Old Town Road, about everything I mentioned before, and featuring Billy Ray fucking Cyrus. Not good enough for that chart. Maybe.
Well, you know what happens when you're Billy Ray fucking Cyrus?
I don't know.
Miley Cyrus.
Yeah, and I'm for that.
I mean, I'm not really against it either.
I'm not against Miley Cyrus in any way. I don't even have to listen to her. I can put her on mute. I can enjoy Miley Cyrus.
What are you guys talking about in here?
Nothing.
Yeah, okay.
Country music.
What do you got to say
sucks.
about?
We're talking about the song "Country Music Sucks."
What the hell you got to say about Miley Cyrus?
She's a country music singer.
She is a national treasure. Shut the fuck up.
Well, she was a country music singer, wasn't she?
I don't know. I thought she did pop. Her dad was a country music singer.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Anyway.
Correct. Yeah.
Well, so you don't. I still can't get you to listen to country. I mean, not that I'm dying for you to. You don't travel to Buc-ee's. You don't do that.
I don't know where one is.
You don't go buy all the kitschy bullshit and the beaver puffs or whatever the hell
I
that stuff's
do
called.
love kitschy bullshit.
I tell you who does like to travel to incredible destinations, Matt Pinfield.
Oh,
we're going to be sending him through a haunted house dark attraction.
'Tis the season.
Yeah, because right across the river in Augusta, Georgia, every year around this time, they come up with some shit called Plantation Blood, and it's supposed to be the most terrifying fucking nonsense you've ever walked through.
Well, he must love it then.
I bet he'll feel right at home. So what I think we're going to do is, he's the scariest man on the planet. We're going to send him right through the fucking haunted house. We're going to see if he feels at home. Maybe he becomes a part of it. I don't know.
Maybe a new calling in his life.
Maybe he finds his new family. So Matt Pinfield is on location right now at Plantation Blood. Can you hear us, Matt?
All right, this is Mother F, live from, my living room. Guys, why are you coming to me?
I think that's
wrong.
Actually, we got the wrong dude. Sorry, man. We were trying to get Matt Pinfield.
I am not Matt Pinfield. I'm sitting here enjoying the new Blu-ray remaster, Debbie Does Dallas.
That is not
wow.
We were expecting. You go back to just do your thing.
Yep.
Enjoy your evening. We're gonna try and get Matt Pinfield.
I think it's 003
I'm so sorry,
to
dude.
get to Pinfield.
Skeet.
All right. Matt, are you there?
I'm down here at Plantation Blood, which is supposed to be one of the most terrifying places in the entire CSRA. What do you guys want me to do?
Awesome. Well, I'm expecting that you're going to love this, Matt. So we're going to have you go. First, I want you to just experience it, and then I want you to tell us what you think.
All right, so I should go and walk through the haunted house as the scariest man on the planet. I don't know that these guys are ready.
Well, there's only one way to find out, so we're going to send you... Matt, if you'll just go right on in. Just walk right on in the front door.
Worst case scenario, you enjoy yourself, right?
Bust in like you own the place.
All right, here we go, guys. I'm going into the front door.
Oh, my God.
All right, hang on.
Did he just do that in the haunted house?
I don't know. Matt, what is going on?
There's a guy with a chainsaw. Let me go talk to him. Well, he's actually running away from me right now. I don't know what that's all about.
Matt, if you go through the first portion of the house, it's like 2 or 3 hallways. There's a part of the attraction where you're going to be walking through a dark hallway. There's going to be some strobing. People are actually popping out of the paintings on the wall.
Oh, good spot.
Let's see what happens there if you go through that.
All right. Coming around the second corner here, I see the paintings.
God damn it, man! Stop doing that.
What is going on, man?
Everybody is leaving. All of the ghouls and the scary people are running screaming from the haunted house. I think I was too scary for them, and now I guess I just live here.
Okay, so we sent Matt Pinfield through a haunted house. He's too scary, and he scared everybody the fuck away.
And now he's lonely.
What the hell do we do from here? I think WNUT just has to kind of own up to the fact that I believe we just shut down one of Augusta's most popular attractions. We're very sorry about that. Matt, if you would please get the fuck out of there and come back to the studio and do it as quickly as possible.
Yep.
Anybody listening, if you planned to go to Plantation Blood, we are very sorry.
Give it a couple hours.
I don't think that shit is going to be going on tonight. Maybe not this week.
Well, I'll be right back, guys, but first I'm going to hang out and just enjoy the ambience for a little bit, because I got to tell you, they've done a really great job decorating this place. I do feel nice and at home among the terror and the scariness. It gives me some ideas for my own house, so I'll be back in the studio before terribly long, and I'll see you guys soon.
All right.
Well, thank you, Matt. You're a good sport, and that was our on-location haunted house visit with Matt Pinfield just in time for the Halloween season. However, what we weren't anticipating was we weren't going to bring you a lot of frights there. We brought them a lot of fright. Oh, Jesus.
We brought the frights to the haunted plantation.
Yeah. Anybody who was planning to go to Plantation Blood, I don't think you're going to find an active dark attraction.
No.
That shit is not operating at this point. We're going to have to come back and let you know when that thing is back online. In the meantime, why don't we do some music? I'll play a little record. We'll reset things here. I'm going to do something a little controversial here. Carl, are you ready?
Damn straight.
WNUT, we've always been big on controversy. We've had dudes murdered with skeet live on the air. We had Captain G come in here and cap people. We've had songs by the underground sensation, the Insane Clown Posse. Oh my God, can you get more dangerous than that? Well, today I'm going to do something even more controversial. I'm going to play a song by Greta Van Fleet. Don't tell the internet, because these dudes are influenced by Led Zeppelin, and I have learned from Reddit and from YouTube and from X-Twitter that is a crime against humanity.
Is it?
Yeah, people give them such shit because they have been inspired by the classics.
I like Greta Van Fleet.
I fucking love them. But apparently the internet thinks they're bullshit because they have very detectable influences from the 60s and 70s.
Are they talking about the way the lead singer's voice breaks very similar to Led Zeppelin?
I guess.
Wow.
I just know that it's a crime against humanity that they kind of emulate Led Zeppelin.
Well, that's okay. According to the internet, I am a crime against humanity.
But people never mention oh my God, they remind me of Black Oak, Arkansas, or Nazareth. Nobody ever mentions Elf and Rainbow. They only say Led Zeppelin. It's like that's the only band they know.
That is the only band they know.
To say that Greta Van Fleet could possibly have been influenced by. No John Fogerty. I don't hear CCR brought up. No Dio. No nothing. It's literally just, they sound like something I heard from Zeppelin. Well, anyway, Greta Van Fleet has got an amazing new album out called Starcatcher. Shit came out about 2 months ago. There's a gang of singles you can go stream. You can stream the album right now on any platform you like. I'm going to do something that they haven't been focusing on a lot. This is one of my standout favorite tracks from that album. I'm going to play The Archer from Starcatcher right here on WNUT.
All right.
complete with the
Goddamn.
Archer. Carl, how hard did that make you? No, don't answer that because Commander's lurking.
Shit.
How good a track was that?
Rhythmically enhancing. I liked it.
Yes.
I love that. That's my kind of fucking music.
Oh man, we've been high on them since we've been high on them since before the Friday Vibin' episode. But we've been talking about them here on the station since the Friday Vibin' episode. Speaking of shit that we talked about on the Friday Vibin' episode, I just want to go ahead and apologize to people for suggesting they go to the Blue Ridge Rock Festival because we've all heard about the nonsense that devolved into.
Traditionally, it's not like that.
I know, but WNUT will not be recommending that one in the future for summer tours.
No, they're going to have to straighten their shit out.
Yeah. The last time me and Carl promoted a summer tour on WNUT, we were talking about Woodstock 94.
Yes.
And that wound up being good.
Pretty damn good. It ran for a couple more years.
And then here we were. Now, by the time the 99 one rolled around, it had become a shit show.
Well, I mean, that's a lot of concerts later.
But fuck, man, the Blue Ridge Rock Fest was there. There are YouTube videos you can watch, like a rabbit hole you can go down of just the step by step. Holy shit, that thing turned into nonsense fast.
So it kind of reminded me of DashCon.
What's DashCon?
Oh, you know what? So if you don't know what DashCon is, we don't have another 2.5 hours.
Yeah, no.
But let's just put it like this.
Is it like Fire Festival?
It's worse.
Ooh.
It's worse.
Or what was that one where, like, you know, the rapper was playing and people got trampled, like 10 people died because of a crushing?
Okay, not that bad.
Okay.
But we'll say that there was an inflatable pool.
Yeah.
With the balls from like a McDonald's, like when the kid.
Not like the kind that
and that was one of the major attractions.
Yeah.
It wasn't supposed to be like that. But yeah, no, look it up if you enjoy going down a rabbit hole.
Damn, dude.
If you like learning things that just don't make any difference in life whatsoever, look up DashCon.
Wow. So DashCon, Fire Festival, and Blue Ridge Rock Fest.
Yeah.
At the top of the heap
same motherfuckers
of just doo doo. The festival equivalent of doo dooing in your pants, but not getting paid the $1,000
without the $1,000.
Yeah. So
instead, you're trying to embezzle the money out of the people attending the convention.
Yep. So we here at WNUT are remorseful. We're sorry. If I could have seen the future, I would have just said, hey, go on all the way out to Oklahoma and go to Rocklahoma. Go up to Chicago and hit Lollapalooza. Go to New England and hit Sound on Sound. Go to Atlanta, do Midtown Music Festival. Do not fuck with Blue Ridge Rock Fest. Virginia can suck it. Although, if you just want to go and play some music that you like in a really pretty setting, still go to the Blue Ridge area. Just crank your fucking Slipknot or your Pantera and just look at the scenery there.
Yeah.
It's an awesome area to visit, as long as there's not an alleged rock festival happening there, apparently.
The acoustics are perfect for Pantera, by the way.
So, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of mountains and canyons that shit can echo and reverberate.
Sepultura is fantastic for that.
So, Matt Pinfield has made it back to the studio here.
Hey, dude.
Hi, guys. I'm back. I'm going to keep my distance over here. Carl, I don't want to terrify you anymore, have you soil those pants, but that was a...
I mean, thanks, man, but you're good now. I mean, we've been kind of watching it for a while.
Are you saying I'm not as scary as you might have thought I was a moment ago?
I'm just saying that after exposure does create a bit of resistance to
I just cleared out an entire haunted attraction of scary ass motherfuckers because Matt Pinfield, am the most terrifying son of a bitch on the planet. And now you're yawning. Okay. How dare you, you asshole?
Oh, yeah, my bad, dude.
Leave Daddy alone.
Oh, just a point, Matt. You probably don't want to step up at this.
I'm the scariest man alive. I'm not scared of a goddamn computer.
I'd like to point out you're the scariest man.
She can suck my dick.
Maybe as soon as you find the rest of it, fuck Nut.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, God.
Matt, we should have warned you. This is not somebody to fuck with. I mean, Captain G and Blood Shovel, that's one thing.
Good girl.
Oh.
Matt? Well, that handled that problem. The studio is definitely less scary than it was about 30 seconds ago at this point.
Yeah, admittedly.
Okay, Matt is not able to come to the WNUT studios without getting his ass handed to him by somebody, apparently.
Well, he earned it.
Well, he did. I mean, he earned Blood Shovel, and he earned.
Yeah, no, that's legit. Yeah.
The only one I'm not sure he earned was Satan Claus. Kirk kind of set him up on that one.
I think Kirk kind of sold him down the river on that one because he, in fact, did not help old ladies across the street.
No, but, he earned Captain G.
Yeah.
He called him something mean, if I remember correctly. And I can understand. Look, it makes sense to me that you would think you could insult a computer, right? Like, you can pretty much do that and survive. But,
one would imagine.
But this is WNUT, and we're kind of like the Land of Oz.
Yeah, let's face it.
We've got a dude that,
a time-traveling urinator.
Yeah, we've got a dude that fights whatever the hell with pee.
Yep.
And we got the computer that can...
Yeah, we got Miss Anthony, who has the largest cock of all of us.
Yeah, apparently. Did you hear that part of the comeback episode where Commander Weber says to Miss Anthony, "You got a ball sack bigger than I do," and she goes, "Well, so does a 9-year-old."
Yeah, well...
Oh boy,
good times.
Yeah. Well, we're coming to the end of our festivities here. I think we've had a pretty good evening.
Yeah.
We've been rocking shit for you for well over an hour.
And I've got to say that ChatNUT has definitely earned at least 15 minutes on the Sybian.
How the fuck am I supposed to ride one of those?
Oh, I've got one program.
You got you got a program. Is there an app for that?
Actually, oddly enough, yeah, but it is only on Android right now.
How in the motherfuck do you get a CPU to ride a skeet machine? Don't answer that. So we probably won't be back with an episode next month. We've been bombarding you a bit this year.
Yeah.
This has been our most active year since '98. Which ain't saying much, but still.
It's pretty impressive, though.
From
when you consider the miles traveled for this, I'm actually incredibly impressed.
This has been 5 episodes in 1 year, starting in January with 26. This is our 5th episode for the year. We're doing pretty good here. Yeah. It's not a bad average. Eric has been involved. You've been involved. We've been trying to get Kirk. The thing is, as we're more responsible. I was about to say mature, and then I caught myself.
Yeah.
As we're more responsible in our older age, Kirk and Eric, they sometimes wind up with actual family responsibilities to handle, and it's not always easy to get them to the studio. Yep. Carl, he just doesn't care about anything.
Well, some of us started early enough that now we're done with all that bullshit.
That's right. Carl was getting married
at 17
in '98 when we were talking about his wedding back on episodes 16 and 17. Then he was throwing skeet like 10 seconds later.
Oh yeah, it was literally in the rooms upstairs at the same wedding.
Yeah, so. I think they started the night that me and Kirk and Chris and Eric were all sleeping in the fucking.
Oh yeah, there was no hesitance.
Yeah. So anyway. No, we won't be back next month. I think we're going to give all ourselves a little break. We've also been bombarding you, the loyal listener, with content.
Does that mean we're getting a Christmas episode?
Probably not, and I'll tell you why. Because the Jazzman and Commander Weber did an amazing one last year. And it used to be a thing where every time WNUT was active, we'd close out the year with a Christmas episode. Maybe we will. I just don't know that it'll time out right. But I do think... I was actually looking at the list of all the episodes that we've put out. We've never done one in November. There's never been a WNUT episode recorded in November in the history of this station.
No shit.
What the fuck is wrong with us? I think the only other
alcoholism.
The only other month that we've never done an episode is like April, I think. But no, and we can't do that right now. We can't time travel back and forth. But if we should convene back here at the faithful WNUT studios in November.
All right.
And drop something on these fine people. Then they'd have a nice fresh episode in a month that we've never done one. We wouldn't have to necessarily hit them with a Christmas episode because that would be just a few weeks later that we would need to be dropping that one on them. And like I said, the Jazzman and Commander Weber did an amazing WJAZ Christmas episode last year, so you can always go roll that one. And relive the holiday festivities and the audio eggnog that they served up to your bitch ass.
Actually, that's one of my favorite episodes. I'm not going to lie.
I love
that shit.
That is the one where the Jazzman shit himself live on the air for nearly 30 seconds.
Yeah.
I think it was 24 seconds.
It's enough. Well, here's the problem is I'm generally laughing my ass off at that point. So
MullisMixes reportedly sampled that very shart for the
God.
Old Town Road.
Yeah, I can see that.
that we just heard. All those dukes that we heard in the middle of that one. So anyway, if I can wrangle this dong drinker a couple months from now, a new show you shall have. If not, hell, maybe I can enlist the Jazzman and Commander Weber to do something for you to end the year. But I don't think that's going to be necessary.
Yep.
I think I can come down here and bring ChatNUT, and I think Carl will refocus. I think he'll see, his sweet...
Keep things straight, tied, just like Shibari.
He'll see a sweetie right there. He'll remember what's important in the world.
All right, guys, this is Miss Anthony. I figured, oh
my God,
it's been way too long. I've been trying to get on this show for at least 3 episodes now. Brandon told me some crap about a mask mandate, and then
it was COVID.
Well, then they threw me out, and then I came on for just a second in the one where we were playing the Friday Vibe stuff. But then he made me leave because my ding-a-ling.
Oh my God, do I hear Miss Anthony in the studio?
Yeah.
How are you doing, Miss Anthony?
No. I'm not going to come down here and finally get on the air, and it's when he happens to be here.
Legends of the show unite, right?
All right, hang on. From what we understand, you should be safe, right? Because, I mean, he's not peeing like he used to.
No, he's got amazing self-control.
He's only able to tap
like a gallon and a half at a time.
Like a gallon and a half.
Oh, no. I had the entire case of Deepak water. Everything is fine, guys.
Good.
In fact, I'm going to break it out right now. Look at this here.
No.
Oh, my God.
No. Jesus Christ, dude.
No, stop.
All your gear. We got
No. Chat. Baby girl.
Damn it.
Okay, that is not what we needed right now. I need you to get the hell over there. Urinator needs to go over there.
I am now dripping. This is disgusting. Why the hell does this happen to me every time?
All right. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do it. But I mean, she was right there. Something about those dulcet low tones opened up my bladder in a way that not even the Deepak water could do.
Hell, man.
Okay.
I was at least able to shield the computer that is recording us and transmitting us.
I've covered ChatNUT.
Oh, I'm sure a channel or two has knocked out on the mixer.
That's nice.
I'm going to have commit. What did you say?
Nothing. Commander can't see shit, right? I'm protecting them.
Oh, you've got ChatNUT down there. God damn it.
Well...
all right, what is going on over here?
Just protecting the hardware from the Urinator.
Why are you struggling to tell me what's happening? What do you have under the desk there? What's under the console?
I'm just saying that there's sometimes electrical fetishes.
Stand up right now.
You don't want
Stand
that.
up right now, Carl.
Oh, okay.
Great for schniz. I need you on your feet. Whoa. Holy Jesus, come with me. All right, I'm shutting this whole thing down.
Come on,
you got to come with me. You're leaving.
Not my fault.
All right, Commander. We're going to shut it down. I promise. You just wait right there. We're going to say our goodbyes. We're sorry. We almost got there. Carl, you couldn't keep it in your pants, could you? Let's go ahead and say goodbye to the folks. Carl, what have we learned today?
Okay, I've got a few seconds. We've learned... Shit, I don't know. We learned that Commander Weber is a cock blocker.
Hey.
We learned that the Urinator really loves those dulcet tones.
I guess apparently...
And we've also learned...
If it's not your mom and Commander can't have it, nobody can have it.
No shit.
Like he gets all the moms he wants. You can't have a computer. You can't.
Yep.
You can't regale us with.
Sometimes I want to be a motherfucker too.
See, I realize now the destruction that I have wrought. The fact that I promoted him, I put him in the role of HR. You're over here just trying to be yourself, And I tamped you down today.
You know what though? I think it's worth it.
I put restrictions on you that don't need to be there, and I personally feel bad about it. It's almost like I did to you what happened to the Urinator the last episode. He is who he is, right? And we filled him full of Jim Tezza. You are who you are, and I don't need to be. Well,
I'm not full of Jim Tezza, but it does sound similar.
Yeah, I mean you're probably full of something on a regular enough basis. But I'm gonna talk with Commander. We're gonna get this right.
We'll get it worked out. We'll get it figured out.
I don't know that WNUT necessarily needs an HR rep. We're gonna figure it all out before we come back for the hopefully November episode. Thank you all for joining us here on WNUT for episode 30. Monumental, nice round number, episode 30. I just hit the shit out of your bucket there. Owie, that hurt. Carl, let's say goodbye to the fine people and finally let them go about their lives so that we can get tossed out like we've apparently earned.
And remember, kids, with Electroplay, keep it low voltage.
Oh, Lord, I'm so glad you finally got your last
we'll
HR
just
warning out of the way.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well,
I'll try to calm it down in the future.
All right. Well, taking us home tonight, this is the Scorpions, straight out of, the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, the 90s. They've been active for a while, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
This is Rolling Home on WNUT. We will catch you next time.
That's what we're about to do.
Yep.
of gold. And all beat up band, we would drive from gig to gig. I wonder how we survived, but we were on to something big. Now it's time to move along. We're packing these bags to leave and carry on. Here we go. This rock is rolling home. 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 You gotta make it or break. I always knew that we were strong. No matter what was said, we wouldn't argue for too long.